Are you saying that you couldn't hear the difference between the two versions of the Jive from JPTR FX? Or is it Jupiter effects? Okay, well, let's listen to the bass lines individually without drums to better compare the pedals. Right off the bat, the older one from 2019 seems to let more of the clean signal pass through. Or in other words, it's a bit more transparent. Whereas the newer one seems to compress and saturate the signal a bit more. It's also louder than the older one. That's why the volume knob is set lower. Let's listen to the other bass line. Stacking them sounds great, but we're not here for fun. No, this has to be rigorous and serious, just like Germans are. Because it's all about finding out which version is best. So if you want to know, well, you better stick around. Welcome back to the Wipper Bass. If you're new here, please subscribe. In this channel, we review effects and other cool stuff for bass. Back to the Jive. This is one of my favorite pedals. It adds substance and sweet presence to the sound, all the way up to a balanced organic saturation. Internally, my version differs from the latest one in the sense that the components are bigger. And clipping diodes 1 and 3 are germanium instead of silicon in the newer version. So I was asked by a subscriber called Ja3Lohim if they sound the same. And because I was curious about it too, I decided to make this comparison video. Luckily, I could ask a client of mine his Jive that he bought late 2022 after he tried mine. And yes, I did come to a conclusion as to which one is better, but let's listen to them some more. must admit they do sound quite similar. They both add a lovely veil of transparent overdrive to the sound, and the only difference is that the newer one has more gain. So there's not that much difference between the germanium and silicon diodes, at least to my ears. The three switches select different levels of saturation, smoother to heavier, less to more compressed, from top to bottom. And you can stack them for even more saturation and compression. Also, I do have to point out that the pedals on this video are running both at 18 volts for extra headroom and a bit more clean sound. gain knob above 4 o'clock, the difference of saturation between the two pedals is less obvious. This means that the range sweeping of the gain on the newer version is more progressive than the older one. And yes, I said it before, there's more output available on the newer version. So now instead of matching the volume at a fixed gain, let's match their gain to make them sound as close as possible. So what's my conclusion? Well, from what we just heard, they sound almost identical. However, the newer version offers a wider range of gain and volume, although it's a bit less transparent in the sense that it lets less clean signal pass through. And also the newer version, because it compresses a bit more the signal, has a touch less of dynamics. But the real deal breaker for me, and you did not hear it in this video, is ground noise. Much, much better on the newer version. Does this mean that I will sell mine to get the latest version? Nah, I feel like mine is a tad more organic. But that doesn't mean it's better. Quite the contrary. It just means that they're a tiny little bit different, that they react differently. One more thing, don't be fooled by the germanium or silicon topic. In this case, it's total BS because they sound practically identical if you set them correctly. And honestly, when it comes to that and using either in a real live situation, either in studio or live, I would pick the latest version without hesitation. But hey, you might have come to a different conclusion, so feel free to share it with us in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.